YouTube, what's going on, you guys? It's Texas Road here, and today on this video I'm gonna show y'all how to do a design for the beginners, for the people who don't know where to start on how to do designs. I know me myself, when I started doing designs, I would mess up a lot. All my lines wouldn't be sharp, all my lines would be bad, so in this video I'm gonna cover everything from bulk to where to start, how to start, on how to do different designs and freestyles. So today you're gonna see some clips. You're gonna see me explaining on paper and pencil different methods and different ways that I think could help anybody do designs perfectly. Let's get to it. If y'all guys want to skip to the part where I actually end up doing design, this is the timestamp. All right, you guys, I already drew the neckline to give you an example, and this is my trimmer, the one I did the video, and I'm gonna show y'all how I use the machine, the blade, the corner, and everything else in between. So imagine this is where the fade starts, fading up, and this is like the bulk. Normally I would start by making a line like this, boom, like that. So we would draw a line. There you go, boom. Next thing, I would get the corner of my blade and just curve it out little by little, and in a C type of motion, curving it little by little. And right here, when you transition into from the straight line to a curved line, you want to start from the kind of like middle and just curve it as much as you can. And once you get to this part, to the side of the neck, you want to get the other corner of the blade and do the same motion to the same line. So I would start from right here and kind of just boom, finish it off. Some people, when they start doing a design, they do a line and then they do it too high. When you can do it, but it looks better when you do it halfway. The design can go up over this line or this point, but don't let this, the top of this part, overlap this part. It's not gonna look right. After this, you have multiple options. You can either go down and then back up again like that, or you can just do something else crazy, like something like that for like a half design. But let's say you were gonna do a whole design. So boom, you have that line done, you have these two, boom, and you want to do something like this the same way. You're gonna do the same thing, just make a line, boom, right there. You feel me? Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect yet. When you want to connect these two, it's the same thing. I see a lot of people do it like that. That doesn't give it value. That doesn't give it nothing. That just makes it look bad. So what I recommend is, when you do the line, you want to use just the edges of your trimmer. So you would start either the same line and kind of just touch it up from this side. So you want to use the opposite side of the blade to make that round line. And this other side, you want to use the other line. So I would start from the middle, just make a little dash, boom. Then after you make this line, you want to curve it, boom, just like that, just so it makes it look a lot more rounded, And to connect it, you just want to do the same thing to the middle, boom. And now you have this. It looks so much better than if you were to do this. You see the difference? You see how just going down and higher makes a bigger difference than what you would have right here. Now after this, you can do so much more. You can do a line, you can come out, you can do a lot. But let's just say you also wanted to do this little like kind of curved part. I would most likely start with the edge of the blade and just do a half circle or the top of a circle, or oval, because this is basically an oval. Boom. Right here, you will do the same thing, kind of curve it. Boom, just like that, just like that. Right here, you can either just keep it like that, or you can make another line. Boom, just like that. So you basically, all you're using is the edges. Never really use the whole blade unless you're doing the whole lines. And from this step on, it's kind of self-explanatory. You can either do another line going straight, or you can curve it, whatever. But let's just say you're transitioning from one line to another, or something like that, you know. I suggest when you have a line like this and you want to do another line, always start from the middle or closer to the middle, because once you start from bottom up here, it's not going to look right. So when you have a line and you want to make another one, start from the middle going diagonally. You can use most of the blade, but use like 3/4 of it, and then make another line. Boom, you feel me? You can either connect it to the middle, which I suggest, just like that, and then you can keep going on with the freestyle. So let's just say I start again from right here, this line. You're gonna go straight, boom, not too much, and make another line, just like that. So you see the difference? When most people try to transition into another line, they will do it up here, and that doesn't look right. That's not the way to do it. You want to give it that value of knowing the difference. So let's, for this part right here, we can do the same thing, the opposite side, going down. So you will do another one going down using the same full blade. Boom. And now it's the same thing. You want to start up here and just kind of curve it. Boom. You don't want to do all of this. You don't want to do no line right here. You want to do it right there where you can actually have this line going up. Now we can either have another line kind of like this over here, or we can do something like I would do, where I would get this line and just kind of curve it. And now with this end of the blade, you can do another line, another curved line going around like this. Boom, there you go. And if you want to add a little bit more of freestyle, you can do another one, something like that. But that's how you really do a design. That's the basics. Once you get into the U or the upside down U, that's whenever really it does take a lot more. But it's still, you can anybody can do it. Once you get to the W's or the N's, it's just the same basics, just different ways. So let's just say this is all the bow, this is where the fades start. So let's just say I want to include all of these. So the first, I will make one line, boom, and with the corner of your other end or of your blade, just curve this out, and you can either bring it like this to kind of like that. And now you can make another line kind of from the middle and curving, not curving, but something like that. Make another line, boom, we have the end right there. Now if you would want to do a U, you will use this point, and right in the middle you're gonna separate, and you're gonna make a sharp corner. And now with the other side of the blade, you're gonna go down and make that. So now you have an a U, N and a U. And now to transition into the end, you can either do it straight or just add another line, which I would do. So just use the same line and just make another line right there. Now you can use this part this part of the line and do the same thing. Boom. And then just curve it one more time like that. So now you have an N, a U, and an N, just lowercase. And now it's really up to you if you want to do a W, something like that. You can just make another straight line. Boom. And now you can either do another thing like this or a W, where you can just use the middle. Boom. Same line. Middle. All the way down. Boom. So now you have the N, the U, the N, and the W. And now to finish it off, you can do something like that, like a little curve line, and you will have this type of style of design. So now if we kind of add these two, this is where the fade starts, this is the bulk. So if we were to add these two, knowing the knowledge that I gave y'all, you can do something like this. That one line right there, curve this. There you go. Something like this. You can either just make another line right there. Boom. That's a design. Now if we were to do a burst fade, so this would be the ear, this would be the C cup, this is the neck. So depending on how far the burst fade is or something else, let's just say this is the line and this is the hair. Let's say this is where the fade starts, all of this. So this is all blended in. Let's just say you want to do a full design, and this is where all the actual bulk is at. All that bulk. So this is your playground right here. So to incorporate all of these in a rounded area, I would start making a straight line with all your blade, curve this like that, so you can start a really good design. And either you can do the same thing like this, another one, a U. But let me just show y'all how I would do it on this particular burst fade. Right here, so I can really get it. Let's just imagine this burst fade. So boom, make another line. So you got this going on. There's a lot going on. Once you get it down, it's super easy. You know what to do. So now we get into the curve, one curve side. To finish it, we can do more things. We can either bring another one here, this long curve, and follow this with another line right here. And make a straight line. And then just kind of finish it off like this. Boom. Let's just say they just wanted this part right here, just this design. Boom, you got this, you could do that. And if it's the whole thing, like the whole fade, you can just do the same thing, like boom, 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 boom. Something simple like that, where it's the whole fade. But that's basically all the basics. If you ever have these two vertical lines and you're thinking about doing the curve, there's two ways to do it. You can either do it as super steep or just kind of mediocre, you know, like still having a curve. But one thing y'all should never do is start from the top and kind of go like this. I see a lot of beginners do this, and it gives me the ick. Y'all should never do this. Y'all should always give it value. Always have a bit of more of a slope. Y'all see how there's a difference right there? That's because the more steeper you go, the better it is. If we were to do an exotic design, exotic I mean by more things, this is where all the bulk would be. This is where the design, the fade would start. Let's just, for an example, let's give a big design. So it will start with this line, curve it on this side, bring it down like that. Let's just say this is the exotic design. You make them very thick. When you do a design right here, or the design on this lower area of the fade, you can do a lot. Right here, let's just say all of this is, you're gonna keep the hair, and all of this is gonna be faded up, so it's gonna be light, but all of this is gonna be dark. So that part is gonna be the hair. So let's just say that's hair, and let's say this is all just the hair going down. So this part, all of this is gonna be light till we get to this part where it's gonna be like that much. So all of this is bald, and you're gonna keep this. You can fade all of this, boom. Or if we were to do something on the side where you do the line, you're gonna keep this part of the triangle. You see how it gives it more value? It gives a lot of value. And let's say you curve it, make a straight line, going like this, make another one, make another one. You can find things right here. Let's just say, boom, you can make another one. You can make a smaller curve line to kind of give it more value. Boom. So it's just little things like this that kind of gives it that value. And if we were to add another line, boom, another one like right here, another line right here, it will give it more an effect. It's not doing too much, but yeah guys, it's basically all just drawing. Kind of practice it, try to make the lines more diagonally instead of straight, curve it more like that instead of doing it like this. And when y'all do curves, never curve up like this, always curve up like that. That's what gives it the curve when you start right here. Never start up like either too high, because let's say for example, a starter barber will make this line, and then he will make this line. Instead of curving it very steep, he's gonna go like this. That's how he will make this, and then he will carry this out like that, boom. And since you have a very high line, it's kind of hard to transition into another line, just because of how high this went up. You see what I'm saying? And he will probably do this, boom. So he'll get this, but he don't know what to go after. So it's very important to just practice curving it and going steeper, just to fill in some of this space right here that he doesn't occupy. Something like that. You see how much of a difference it will make? And you can honestly, with this one, you can do a lot since it's slower than this. You can curve it like this. You can make another one, another line like this, and you can just curve it so you can have two of them, or you can have both, honestly. And then you do something like that. You see? So it's all about practicing how to make all these lines come together. Something like that. Just a quick sketch. But now I'm gonna show y'all on how to do a design with the machine using the corners and the full blade. But most of the time you're just gonna use the end of the blade, just because it's easier not to mess up with the lines. But once you get it down, it's gonna be like secondhand nature. It's literally just gonna be boom, bam, bam. That's it. It's a lot of practice, but I practice a lot. I'll probably show y'all pictures on how my design look like. But once you get it down and you really break how to do designs, you're really gonna start seeing progress. It's really all about keep trying, and kind of figure out the best method for you to do designs. If you want to take your time, take your time. If you want to do practice how to do them faster, do a bit faster. But it all just takes patience. And when people send pictures or give you like certain designs from the picture they gave you, make sure you see the vision first and kind of just do certain lines that kind of give you that checkpoint where you should be here by this line, you know. So it's easy kind of to transition into what you're gonna do next. So it's easy as 1 2 3, but once you get it down, it's so easy. It took me a couple months to really understand them, and I'm just now like, I can confidently say that I do designs like good. And it's also, when you get to the bulk area, you should also the bulk with like a 3 to really get all this further away from the design, because once you have design right here, it's gonna look bad. It's not gonna look good. It's not gonna look right. And then when you make a line in the bulk, it's gonna be hard for you to really do that line because of so much bulk that's right here. So make sure the bulk is always a bit higher than the design. You can either do the fade first, or you can do the guidelines and then do the design, which I do. But it's really up to you on how and where to do the design. Just make sure there's not a lot of bulk. Make sure your lines are crispy, which you should invest into a good machine like this. And just overly just go at, you should invest into a machine, and when you do, please make sure you use blades to really make it sharp. uh just kind of have those lines sharper than it is. I know at first it's really hard, but once you get it down, you get it down. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna show y'all some clips. I'm sorry for yapping, but that's just me trying to teach. I'm gonna show y'all like some 3 or 2 clips on how I do designs. I'm gonna try to bring this video out by Sunday or something like that. But hopefully y'all enjoy, and yeah. Alright, YouTube, well, there you guys have it. Hopefully I learned, enjoyed the video, and if you even don't cut hair, I hope you even learn something for your next barber, for designs. Just keep practicing on paper and pen if you're still not comfortable. Also, please be careful with the razor and trimmer, because you could end up cutting someone. It has happened to me, probably to everybody, but just don't try to really cut a lot of people. Yeah, guys, it's been Bro. I hope y'all enjoyed. Hopefully y'all learned something. Like I said, it's been Bro, and I'm out.